All right, hey, welcome to video one of I don't know how many for the fundamentals of firearm safety and things like that. Obviously, we are headed into very unprecedented times right now, and I want to be able to pass on all of the knowledge that I've accrued to you guys watching, so that way everybody can, especially when it comes to firearms and things like that, are able to stay as safe and unharmed as possible and as informed as possible as well. So who am I and why should you care? I'm just your friendly neighborhood panda, and I have been a conscientious gun owner for the past 10 years or so. I've been concealed carrying for most of that time period. So if you've seen me, if we've been hanging out, more than likely I've been carrying. And the whole point is that nobody should be able to tell. Yeah, so concealed carry is not the point of this particular video. First thing we need to cover is the fundamentals of safety. There are four main rules that you need to follow, and any situation where an injury or a fatality is involved with an unplanned discharge of a firearm, otherwise known as a negligent discharge, those will only happen if two or more of these rules are broken at the same time. So rule number one, always treat every firearm like it is loaded. Makes sense, because until you actually put your hands on it, there are very few ways of being able to actually tell if a firearm is loaded just from a visual inspection. Rule number two, keep your finger off of the trigger until you are ready to fire. Again, makes sense. The trigger is the bang switch, so unless it is pulled, the gun will not go off. Rule number three is do not point the firearm or aim the firearm at anything that you are not willing to destroy. Again, it makes sense. If you make the assumption that every single firearm you're handling is loaded until you yourself confirm that it is unloaded and in a safe condition, you don't want to go waving it around, because obviously if you're waving it around at friends or family members and you don't know that whether or not it's loaded or unloaded, bad things could happen, especially if your finger slips and you pull that trigger. Rule number four, and this is more important for when you're actually, like, when the gun is in your hands, is going to be aware of your surroundings and what's around and behind your target. And that's just, of course, same thing, just making sure that if you are having to take a shot at something or someone, that there's nothing in the immediate vicinity or in that arc around the target that could potentially get damaged, destroyed, injured, or killed from a miss in a situation like that. But yeah, so that's the basics. Obviously, if you have any questions, please reach out. I'm always here to answer questions, and I want to do my best to help you guys out as much as possible. So I think we'll wrap it up for now with that. So thank you so much. Take care. Be safe, guys.